in welcoming our, in no particular order, beautiful, stunning, good-looking, and handsome hosts.
Good evening and welcome to the Bethlehem Broadcasting Company, also known as the BBC, for a very special show.
As you can see, tonight we decided to swap the comfort of our regular studio for this lovely stable here in the middle of Bethlehem.
That's right, because not long ago, something happened right here on this very spot which changed all our lives forever.
Who can forget the miraculous events when Jesus was born in this very stable?
Tonight we will remind you of the events of that wonderful night.
And to help us celebrate his birth and the hope and love that he brings, we are joined by an exciting lineup of nativity celebrities backstage, all ready to dance for us.
But first, 3 people who are dancers must impress this evening. Let's meet the judges!
He carried the whole show, or at least he carried Mary, all the way to the stable. It's the donkey! No stranger to a full house. She's the hostess with the mostest. Please welcome the innkeeper's wife. And finally, something he has more senses than sense. The Roman everyone loves to hate, even me. It's Caesar Augustus!
Also, joining our esteemed judges are 2 very special people. People about this special day will not have been possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up and join me in welcoming
our 2 guest judges, Mary and Joseph!
No, sorry, Mary. Would you please take your seat over there? We'll soon give you an opportunity to be in the spotlight. Or is it the starlight?
Well, it may be cold outside, but in here it's time to turn up the heat and go dancing. So please, put your hands together for the story that will make history.
The one we'll all be talking about for thousands of years to come.
And no, it's not that story. I know what you're thinking about, Mr. There at home. Make some noise and raise the roof for the stars of light!
Camel, action!
Let's take our story right back to the beginning and talk to the townspeople of Nazareth.
It was an incredible time for us all, but just in case anyone has been asleep, could you remind us of how it all began?
I remember it if it were yesterday. We were all minding our own business in Nazareth when Caesar over there sent up one of his famous announcements.
Well, we all know about us, don't we?
And what did it say?
We were all told to travel to the place of our birth and register for its census. Isn't that right?
That's right, to the place of our birth.
And he couldn't just have been born down the road, could he?
In his defense, none of us were born close to where we were at that moment.
Oh no, 368 kilometers we had to travel. 368 kilometers. My feet were killing me.
Aww. 368 kilometers. Wow, that is a long journey.
It was, and it wasn't easy either. There are all sorts of people on the road, all walks of life. I saw a woman who was heavily pregnant. I remember saying to the others that I wouldn't like to be traveling all that way expecting a baby. Isn't that what I said?
You did. You said I wouldn't like to be traveling all that way expecting a baby.
We have to go back west, but we knew we'll make it out all right. During the evenings on this journey, we have to entertain ourselves, so we developed a new form of dance and call it line dancing.
Well, I hope your feet have recovered from that journey because it's time for you and all your friends to dance for the judges!
Dancing a line dance, the people of Nazareth.
Wait!
As we were saying, dancing a line dance, the people of Nazareth.
Oh, see right Nazareth, high up, listen and sing and kiss the creek. Each and every one of us has to back all the stuff, pretty stuff, you're the Greek. All across the nation, we must travel home. The whole population, back to the town where they are from. That's you, and you, and us, and them, and him, and her, and me. Oh, see right Nazareth, minding our business and sins and kids and free. Each and every one of us has to battle all stuff, pretty tough, we all agree. All across the nation, we must travel home. The whole population, back to the town where they are from. That's you, and you, and us, and them, and him, and her, and me. Oh, sitting around Nazareth, finding our business and sins and tears and grief. Each and every one of us has to back all the stuff, pretty tough, you'll agree. All across the nation, we must travel home. The whole population, back to the land where they are from. That's you, and us, and them, and him, and her, and me. Oh, sitting around Nazareth, minding our business and sins and tears and grief. Each and every one of us has to back all the stuff, really tough, you'll agree. All across the nation, we must travel home. The whole population, back to the land where they are from. That's you, and us, and them, and him, and her, and me.
Wow, fantastic dancing! Well done to the townspeople of Nazareth.
But of course, it doesn't matter what we think. Let's find out how it went with our judges.
Innkeeper Sarif, what an opener to the show, right?
What can I say? That was fantastic. I love the way you moved together so well. A great dance to open the celebration tonight.
Donkey, what did you think?
Well, you've all got great rhythm, and I love the sharpness of your footwork, but I'd like to have seen a little bit more of hip action, especially from you in the front.
And Caesar, can you tell us what you thought?
Well, darlings, it was controlled, your moves were together, and it worked well as an ensemble performance. I thought it was terrific.
Mary and Joseph, what did you think? Did it bring back some memories and made you want to join them?
Yes, it reminded me of my childhood, and I disagree with some of the other judges' comments. I think this performance definitely deserves the Golden Bethlehem Star.
Well, there you have it, our fair contest to receive a Golden Bethlehem Star tonight. Some would say it is unfair, but what can we say other than congratulations? How do you feel with that? Are you happy with the judges' comments and your Golden Bethlehem Star?
I'm so happy to hear comments like that. They make all the hard work and the far traveling all worthwhile. Fantastic! Well, even though we're just going for fun this evening and that the townspeople already received the Golden Bethlehem Star, let's hope that the marks from the remaining judges for our first set of scores are good ones also.
Judges, could we have your scores, please?
8, 7.
10. Thank you, people of Nazareth. You may leave the stage.
Well, we're very lucky to have Mary and Joseph with us tonight. Two very special guests.
They were on that long journey to Bethlehem.
And of course, our story properly begins with them.
Would you all please welcome Joseph and his beautiful wife Mary to the stage.
It's been an extraordinary time for you, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. It all started when Gabriel, the angel, came to visit me and told me I had been chosen to carry God's son.
That must have been a shock for both of you.
I mean, I'm just an ordinary girl, but to be chosen for something like that, well, it's amazing.
I am sure your life has changed drastically from that day. Can you tell us a bit more in what ways it has changed?
It was such a privilege and honor to be chosen for such a big task, but
I have a better idea. Joseph, let's not just tell them the story. Let's give them a performance and show them what real talents look like.
You were both on the journey from Nazareth to Bethlehem.
And of course, you were heavily pregnant by then, weren't you, Mary?
That's right. I was due any day, but we didn't really have a choice.
when Caesar announced something, you just have to get on and do it. Don't you?
Oh yes, you mustn't displease Caesar. And by the way, I think I have another announcement I want to make about that performance.
And what do you have to say about your performance, Caesar?
Never mind, darling. I will just keep this announcement to myself. For now.
Well, Mary and Joseph, you're both looking very fresh now. Not too many sleepless nights up with your baby, I hope.
Oh no, he is very good. Really, he is a little angel.
Mary and Joseph, it's been great talking to you now, and thanks for agreeing to be our guest judges tonight.
But now, on with the show.
Next up, we have a hip competition. for you, if you know what I mean.
That's right. All the way from the east, please welcome the Camels.
I know you've traveled a long way to be here tonight, but it's not the first time you've made this journey, isn't it?
It certainly isn't. I remember we were relaxing in the desert when we were approached by three important-looking men.
They told us that they were very wise and had read a prophecy that a king would be born soon.
They wanted to go and worship him and said that the brightest star in the sky would lead them.
They have gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to give to the newborn king, so they asked if he would take them there.
It all sounds very exciting, but to be honest, the desert was getting boring, so we thought, why not?
Well, we have a little surprise for you this evening.
You've not seen each other since the epic journey a while ago.
Say hello to our old friends, the three wise men!
Surprise, old friends! We could not let this opportunity pass us by. BBC called us and told us they are putting on a show and that you funky guys are performing. We just had to come by to see you.
Looks like you have put on some weight since the last time we saw you.
We can say the same to you three. I'm happy we don't have to carry on that long journey again.
Ha ha ha. Yes, just as well, but I don't think we had the privilege to meet yet. I'm Wiseman 3, and who might you be?
Hello, Wiseman 3. I'm Camel 4. Nice to meet you.
Camel 4, watch out for this one. He's a little truant first, then he asks you to carry him hundreds of kilometers, not even with a thank you.
He's a charmer, yes, but he's right. We haven't met you yet. We are the three wise men. It's an honor to meet you. Nice to meet you. We are Camel 4 and Camel 5. You ran into these three from the way back from that special delivery.
Welcome to the family. It was a special delivery. Indeed, yes. We were carrying precious cargo.
Gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
All gifts for the one who came to save us all.
Well, seeing you free here now, I think you should join us.
Join you for what?
To get funky!
Dancing the camel funk, the camel and the wise man!
I enjoyed that. We were all grooving away backstage, weren't we?
We certainly were.
But it's not what we think that count. It's over to our judges!
I thought it was appalling. You were all over the place, darlings. Legs, humps, and hooves, all flying around with no sense of timing whatsoever. You've got all the coordination of a bucket of frogs.
Oh dear.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it, Caesar? I don't agree at all. The way you moved, He's always so miserable. I loved it. This dance is all about having a good time. And you certainly put the fun into funk.
That's more like it. Inky Persuade, what did you think?
I agree with Danky. Never mind the bucket of frogs. It was fun, fresh and funky.
And Mary and Joseph, what is your opinion about this performance? Were they as good as the townspeople of Nazareth?
Well, no, they were not as good as them, but they did show some potential. I think they have a funky future ahead of them.
Thank you, Mary. And Joseph, do you have anything to add to Mary's comments?
I have only one word for that performance. Funkylicious.
Why would you say that? That's not even a word, but I must agree, that was spectacular. I regret now that I have used my golden buzzer already.
Wise men, what did you think of that critique?
Well, having fun is probably not for everyone. I don't think Caesar has any type of fun unless he's making an announcement about something.
Yes, I do not agree with the comments at all, but it was good seeing our old friends and sharing the stage with them one more time. And Joseph, I think you should come join us. We're anything but mediocre and you don't deserve to be treated like that.
And where do you think you are going? Sit down, Joseph, don't be ridiculous.
Well, let's see if the scores reflect the judges' comments.
Judges, could we have your scores, please?
2.
10.
10. 10.
Thank you very much. You may leave the stage.
As we all know, the accident wasn't just happening on the road that night.
Certainly not.
High up in the hills, some shepherds were minding their own business, watching their sheep happily grazing.
All was quiet. When suddenly, the sky was filled with angels, singing and happily for us dancing.
And we're delighted to announce that they've agreed to perform that same majestic dance again for us this evening.
Dancing for us, a host of heavenly angels.
been impressed by that.
Caesar, what did you think?
Well, for one time I'm almost speechless. It was completely captivating and the footwork flowed beautifully. I loved the extensions in the arms and the footwork was wonderful. You all look gorgeous.
Well, you don't often get a prize like that from Caesar.
Innkeeper's wife, what did you think?
I agree. For me, ballet is the most beautiful form I've never seen. It's more elegantly performed.
And donkey?
There's only one word for it. Heavenly.
Wow, that's great! Before we get to Mary's and Joseph's comments, or it's just Mary's comments, let's try and figure out what's going on over here with the angels.
Angels, what is happening?
Yo. Well, this one is trying to take over and she knows she's not in control, and this one just messed up the whole dance.
What's up, peeps? It's so smashing to be here and to be able to show all of our moves to all of you. And I am in control. Who do you think came up with all these sick moves?
Hello, this is not time or place for this. Do you see where we are? We are in the stable, and that is Mary and Joseph.
Well, slap me sideways. It's just so embarrassing right now.
What do you mean embarrassing? We have nothing to hide. Just because we dance perfectly in heavenly doesn't mean we're perfect little angels.
We are what we are, and they can either accept us and take us as we are, or just leave it.
Okay, I'm sorry I asked.
I think we should just move on and see what the scores are.
Judges, could we have your scores, please?
9. 10.
9.
9.
Thank you very much, angels. You may leave the stage.
Of course, the angels weren't just dancing for fun that night.
No, indeed. They had a very important message to deliver.
Yes, and who better to tell us about that message than the very shepherds who were there watching the angels sing?
Good evening, shepherds and sheep. Can you tell us a little about what happened that night?
Well, we were sitting on the hillside watching our flock. Pretty much normal evening, really. Feeding sheep, counting sheep, watching sheep. Our line of work is pretty much all sheep related.
I see, but something out of the ordinary happened that particular night, didn't it?
Oh yes, we had just finished feeding the sheep, counting the sheep,
And watching the sheep.
When all of a sudden the sky was filled with the most amazing light.
Amazing! You guys, sheep can talk as well?
Of course we can talk. Have you noticed that one of the judges is a talking donkey? And a few minutes ago there were talking, singing and dancing camels on the stage.
It's a Christmas miracle!
It's actually a Christmas musical. But as we were saying, there were singing angels everywhere. It was amazing.
And what were they singing?
They were telling us if traveled to Bethlehem, we would find the Son of God lying in a manger. We weren't sure at first, to be honest, but the angels were quite persuasive. So
So we checked that the sheep were all okay and then we set off to Bethlehem.
Yes, they left us all there, with no one to count us, to feed us, to protect us.
We are sorry.
What an incredible experience!
And let's hope we can persuade you to dance for us tonight. And that this performance will help you heal your relationship.
Dancing the shepherd's hay, the shepherds and their sheep.
Let's go straight to the judges.
Donkey, can we start with you?
Well, you weren't the most elegant dancers we've seen this evening, but that was fun, and I liked it.
And Caesar, dare we ask you what you thought?
What can I say? You look a little out of your comfort zones today. Awkward and clumsy. Don't quit the day jobs.
Oh dear. And do you agree with that innkeeper's wife?
I certainly do not. I think it had a real rustic charm. I love the bells and all you young men leaping around. It was great.
It's time for our scores!
Judges, could we have your scores, please?
3.
7.
7.
8.
Thank you, shepherds and sheep.
To call our next dancer a mere celebrity doesn't do her justice.
To say she's famous is an understatement.
To describe her as a star is, well, she is literally a star.
That's right. Please give a very warm welcome to the Star of Bethlehem.
So, Star, could you shed some light on your part in our story?
Firstly, good evening to all, and to all, a good night. Okay, now let's get to my part in the story. It was my job to guide the wise men to the place where baby Jesus was to be born.
And how did you do that?
Basically, I shone really brightly as I possibly could.
I see. Shone bright like a diamond, maybe.
Right over this very stable, so that everybody could see me.
Wow, yes, that definitely was a big role you had to play. But back to our competition. Are you ready to dance for us this evening, Star?
Oh yes, definitely.
Dancing Disco, the Star of Bethlehem.
A star by name and a star by nature. Judges, you must definitely be impressed with that.
Impressed and just so grooving, like the horses on my hooves from moving. Disco to the max. I'm completely with you, Donkey. Foot, tapping, jive, talking, fun.
dare we ask?
Disco fever, darling. Give me big hair and some glitter and I'm away. The swim of the funky chicken you can hustle me at the bus stop at any time.
Well, that seems to have been a hit all around.
Joseph, what did you think of that? Did that make you want to stand up and dance?
Oh yes, I just want to join him on stage. Groovy, baby!
Control yourself, please. Behavior like that is unacceptable. But I must agree that was spectacular. I regret now that I have used my golden buzzer already.
Judges, could we have your scores, please? I just have to.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another performance receiving a golden buzzer tonight.
Congratulations, Bethlehem Star. Looks like you'll be shining for years and years to come.
Thank you very much. I just want to thank everybody who made it possible for me to be here today, especially the creator of all things, my father.
When Mary and Joseph reached Bethlehem, they needed to find a place to stay.
Not an easy thing to do in a town packed with newly arrived visitors.
And if you need to find a place to stay, who do you call? No, definitely not Booking.com or Airbnb. Silly.
No, you call the innkeepers, of course.
Please welcome the innkeepers!
So, it was a pretty busy time for you, I understand.
Busy? That wasn't even the half of it. The place is absolutely heaving.
There were people arriving from all over the country.
Rich and poor, some donkey and horses that much have walked for kilometers.
It swept us off our feet. It was great business, though.
It certainly was. We could not keep up with cleaning and getting everything ready for everyone.
We were even having to turn people away because we just didn't have the space. But when more and more people kept on arriving, we just knew we had to make a plan.
Everyone just had to grab a broom and start cleaning any available spot they had.
Even the stables were cleaned.
Well, that all sounds very hectic, but I hope you're ready because it's time for our final dance of the evening.
Dancing the cleaning tango, the innkeepers of Bethlehem.
tango.
Me too. But our judges who count. Let's find out what they thought.
Well, I have to declare a conflict of interest here as my husband was one of the dancers. I thought you was fabulous, honey.
Thanks, dear. Understandable. What is your opinion, Caesar?
I'm a big fan of the tango, but I'm afraid that it had all the passion of a wet fish in a paper bag. Sorry, but the only bit I really enjoyed was when it stopped.
I don't agree at all. The way you moved and literally swept your panties around the floor. That was a tango fandango!
Could we have your scores, please? 3.
10.
9!
But there was one special couple who had really trouble finding anywhere to stay, wasn't there? Can you tell us about that?
That's right. Mary and Joseph arrived quite late at the evening, and they'd already tried everywhere else. I didn't have rooms left either, but I felt so sorry for them that I said if they didn't mind, they could stay right here in my stable.
And that was just the start of a remarkable night, wasn't it?
Oh yes, they really have arrived in just the nick of time. Soon after they had settled that Mary's baby was born.
And you had even more visitors soon after that, didn't you?
Yes, it was as if my humble stable had become the biggest attraction in Bethlehem. The 3 wise men turned up asking to see the newborn king. They looked very sophisticated and had brought gifts with them. And soon after that, the shepherds turned up looking for the baby savior. We wondered what on earth was going on. So much fuss over a little baby.
But of course, that little baby is the real reason we're all here tonight. As we all know, he is no ordinary baby, and the news of his birth is spreading fast. His name is Jesus, and he was born to bring God's love to all of us.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this evening. This has been the most incredible time for us all.
But it is really just the beginning. Jesus' presence has been felt on earth for thousands of years and will be felt for thousands to come. And he will change all of our lives forever.
Let's celebrate the birth of baby Jesus with one more dance.
So give a big round of applause for the last dance of this evening.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you had as much fun as we had.
But first, let's thank our esteemed panel of judges!
And give a big round of applause to our fantastic hosts!
And lastly, let's give this last round of applause to our voiceovers!
Let's continue celebrating by singing